Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today's project is going to be a green lantern geode. So I have these spoons from boredomwithjen.com, and they're awesome for applying dye to your projects, especially geodes, because you can fill up a couple different spoons and just tap away, as you work. Well, I put it in the dishwasher by accident and I feel really bad about it. So now the handle is bent up and one of the other spoons kind of got melted in the cup part. Don't put these around heat. Don't put them in your dishwasher. And if you do, which you shouldn't, make sure you don't have the heat dry setting on your dishwasher. I'm sorry, Jen. I was on autopilot. I definitely did not mean to do that. I was cleaning up, getting all my picnic spoons, and just didn't even pay attention to what I was doing. So now for the project, it's a geode tie. So I use sinew to wrap up the fabric, and the sinew is going to create white lines. And I did random placements. So I did some 1 inch and then some 1/2 inch and, just really random. I have other videos where you can watch me tie up a geode. I think I'm going to just make a geode tie video without adding dye to it because I have found that I actually enjoy making geodes if I can sit down and relax and watch a movie. Plus, they take a long time to tie up, which would be another half an hour video, and I know you guys don't want to sit through that. So this is a geode tie. Go find one of my other videos if you're not familiar with it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing dye under ice, and I'm choosing areas where I feel like the fabric is really thick because I want to have good saturation. And since I'm only doing this single color, I'm not really familiar with it yet, so I don't know if it splits. And I was concerned that if I did just all dye under ice or all dye over ice, it would just end up being one color. So what I'm hoping to achieve is having some dark areas and some light areas. I think I've done enough dye under ice. Like I said, I don't want it to all be just one color. So now I'm going to add the ice, and I like to add enough ice to where I don't see any more fabric showing through. And this is my nugget ice from my Frigidaire nugget ice machine maker. And I do have a link down below in the description box. Check it out, you guys. With Christmas coming up, this would be what I would ask for Christmas if you're able to, because I love my ice machine. So now I'm going to do dye over ice, and I'm going to add a pretty generous layer because I want to make sure that I get good coverage. These geode ties are really tight, and so, I just want to have really good saturation. I use the handle of my shears to tap on the back of the spoon. I want to make sure to get all of the dye out of the spoon and onto the shirt. I don't want to waste any of it. And then I give it a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure. And I'm going to set the project aside and let the ice melt. Now I came back after the ice melted. I think this is the next morning. And it looks pretty good. I've got some really good saturation, but there are some areas that look a little bit light. And I really want to make sure that I have good saturation. So I'm going to do the dye over ice method now. So again, I add enough ice to where I don't see the project showing through. I'm going to add a generous layer of the dye, give it another sprinkle of soda ash for good measure. And then you want to set it aside and let it batch at 70 degrees or higher for at least 24 hours. Now, I like to go for the full 48 hours. I want to give my project the maximum amount of time where the dye can bond with the natural fibers in the shirt. So that way it goes into the shirt, bonds into the shirt, instead of me just rinsing all the dye down the drain. So these shirts ended up sitting for about 3 days because I was sick. It could have even been more like 4 days. I just didn't have the energy to get them rinsed out. So what I've been doing now with these geodes is instead of adding water to them, especially with it being dry like this, I untie it first. It's a lot easier and a lot less messy. So you just want to untie it. Once I get it all untied, then I go through the normal rinsing out process. So you want to start by using cold water. That's going to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric, and then increase your water up to hot and rinse until the water runs pretty much clear. From here, I take it to the washing machine, and I like to do hot water cycles using Curelon. Curelon is a professional textile detergent. And then I like to do a final hot water cycle using Millsoft, and Millsoft is a professional fabric softener. I get both of those from Dharma Trading Company, and I do have links down below in the description box for those and everything else that I use for tie-dye, so make sure that you check that out. Then I'll put it in the dryer, and then I'll iron it, and I'll take pictures and all that fun stuff, and then we'll come back and we'll see the results. I really wasn't sure what to expect because it's just a single color, and a lot of colors don't necessarily split, but this is looking pretty promising because I can see some dark tones and some light tones. So the rinse out is always very exciting, but you still don't know what you're going to get, so don't cry until it's dry. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our single color geode in the color of Green Lantern, and I think it turned out really pretty. I wasn't sure what to expect, like I've said before, and it's a beautiful color. This is perfect for Christmas because it has a nice forest green tone to it, but it also has some light tones, and it doesn't split into that really ugly chartreuse color. If anything, it kind of splits down into some light blue. So I think this will go really good with some reds and some golds. Now this is a Dharma Trading Company special order dye where you have to order 5 pounds at a time. We don't want to do that. That's way too much dye. So if you go over to Tie-Dye Supplies Marketplace, which I do have a link down below in the social media links, it'll take you right to where you need to go. And I'm ordering from Kathy Greger. She is fully stocked on all of these colors that I'm going to be showing you. So you can head over and place your order. She knows what colors I'm going to be demonstrating. So you can ask her about it and get your Christmas colors ordered right now and start making some fun stuff. So overall, I'm very happy with this color. It's beautiful. What do you guys think of Green Lantern? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing!